Greetings, Progressbarians. My name is Vic, and welcome back to my Progressbar95 update series. The series where I reviewed the latest updates about this game called Progressbar95. If you don't know what this game is, Progressbar95 is a hyper-casual user interface game designed to evoke nostalgia for old Windows and Macintosh operating systems, which you unlock in the game by upgrading the computer hardware by getting points. So if you're interested, you can play the game for free on Android and iOS or buy the game on Steam. Now onto the topic of the video. So the topic is that there is a new update for Progressbar95, which is the version 1.05 update that was released recently on Android, Steam, and iOS. If you want to check out the last update, the 1.04 update, you can click this info card. So as you can see here in the description, it says, this update includes various improvements. Key changes include, provides new Progressnet browsers, Progresscape, Barium, and Progressilla. Provides new mechanics, such as data downloading, and provides bug fixing and tuning. So basically, this update includes a lot of changes and features for the Progressnet. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into playing the update. So the first thing that is different in here in the computer selection screen is that the Progressbar95 version 0.2 event is gone. It's not there anymore. It's been removed from the game. If you don't know what the event is, basically, it was an event for the 5th year anniversary of the game, Progressbar95, that was released about 3 months ago. So if you're interested, you can click this info card and check out what the event was like. So yeah, that's the first thing that's changed. So we're going to be taking a look at the small changes and features of the update first, then we'll get onto the interesting stuff. So if you go to BarOS 10 or any other systems like BarOS 10.2, 10.3, 11, 12, 13, 14, there will be a new dock animation at the bottom, which is a sliding animation. The next thing is that if you go to Progressbar 81 or Progressbar Server 2081, there will be a new browser icon in the begin menu, which is a globe, instead of using the Progress browser icon. Another feature is that after the bin wakes up from a nightmare, there will be an option to hug the bin and gives you some points. And another feature, which is only available on the mobile version of the game, is that there will be an annoying page section during the post-level screen, which mentions about products in the store, like product keys, game modes, systems, and all of that stuff. Now we're going to be talking about Progressnet related stuff. So if you go to the People website, there will be 5 new comments from Progressbar Magazine, Cat, Cosinus, and Mask respectively. The new comment from Cat is just gibberish. It's just www. The second one's from Cosinus, and he says, we tested all popular browsers and broke all of them. There are 2 new comments from Progressbar Magazine. Both of them are, which browser is faster and safer? We know the answer. And the last one is, all about Poodle search engine. And the last comment is from Mask, which says, nobody lets me buy P-Book, sad face. And another change is that if you go to any search engine website, you will see a new hyperlink in the middle, which redirects to the PDRD Theory Forum website. I'm going to be talking about that website later in the video and explain to you what PDRD is. And now, we're going to be moving on to the interesting stuff. As you can see here on the right, there's another hyperlink, which is the random download hyperlink. If you click on it, there'll be a window that pops up saying, you want to start a game to begin downloading? Hit yes, and you will play a game mode. So you may be wondering, how do I get the progress bar to 100%? Well, you just collect the blue segment, and that's it. That's all you need to do. Boom, there we go. So as you see here, it says, you have downloaded a file. Do you want to open it? Hit yes, and then now you're in the installer wizard. Welcome to the installer wizard. This will install a program on your computer. Click next button to continue. Then it installs, and then boom, it installs a random pop-up. As you can see here, it's just a useless program, but you can still download more stuff while you're playing a game mode. There's like, I think 3 different pop-ups in here. Yeah, there's another one, which this one flips your wallpaper around. You can turn it sideways, you can turn it upside down, you can do anything with it. So yeah, that's another interesting one. So yeah, you can download as many programs as you want. You can download and pop up, then you can then after installing it, you can do it again and again and again, and then you get a lot of pop-ups. And now there's another big feature, a really big one. There's a settings icon at the top here, and if you click on it, you can change your default browser to different browsers. Right now, there are 3 new browsers, which is Progress Game Navigator, Barium, and Progressilla. All of them have their own website except for Progressnet/Progress Browser/Beige. So yeah, we're going to be checking out all of those browsers out. We're going to be checking out Progress Game Navigator first. Welcome to Progresscape. Progresscape Navigator is a progressive browser for the Progressnet. It is fast, reliable, and convenient. It supports the latest PBML standards. So yeah, you click download, and then now you're on to downloading it. So yeah, you have downloaded a file. There it is, Progresscape Navigator. Install it, and boom, you installed Progresscape Navigator. So as you can see here, there are a couple different stuff in here. As you can see here at the top, there's a new button in here, which is an info button, which tells information about the browser. Like about the name of the browser, the version number, the company that made the browser, and then the icon. So as you can see, Progresscape Navigator version 3, made by Progresscape Corporation, and then there's the icon. And you can see the icon in the bottom here that's changed to, look like Progresscape Navigator. So also, there's a small change in the bottom of this browser, which is there's like tiny little boxes which are just empty and don't have anything in them. I assume this tag is supposed to be in this box. So yeah, I assume this is a bug. Before we take a look at the next browser, we're going to be taking a look at a new website, which is Poodle. So you can see right here, there's a new search engine, which is based on Google. So you can see here, there are two buttons in the middle, which are Lucky Me and Unlucky Me. The Lucky Me button redirects you to a random website, like so. As you can see here, it's Zuzuki Studios, the Pirates website, redirects to a random website. However, the Unlucky Me button redirects to a dead end, which looks like an under construction website. So yeah, that's it. By the way, an interesting thing that is in the search engine is, let's say you search anything in the search bar, and as you can see here at the top, there are promo websites in here, which is completely random. This is the Flynn website and the Pirates Kid website. Let's say you go to the search different one, and yeah, it's just randomized. We have the iCloud website and the PBay website. Oh, by the way, there is a reference to how many O's are in here. Yeah, there's a reference that you can see when you're searching something on Google. You can see in the bottom that there are only multiple O's in the Google logo. So yeah, that's nice. So yeah, that's the Poodle website. Now we're going to be taking a look at the Barium website. As it says here, the best browser for the Progressnet. Download Barium for Progressbar 10 1x11. The current system, Progressbar 11.22, is not mentioned here for whatever reason. I don't know why. So yeah, let's go download Barium. Barium 2. You have downloaded a file. And then we go, Barium 2. Says here, the full name is Poodle Barium. And here we are. So yeah, as you can see here, Poodle is the default search engine of Barium, which makes sense since Google is the default search engine of Google Chrome, and Google made Google Chrome. So as you can see here in the top, there's a completely different layout from the two other browsers that we've seen. Personally, I like this layout more than the two other browsers that we've seen, Beige / Progress Browser / Progressnet, whatever, and Progresscape Navigator, because the other two browsers were just like really big buttons, and this one is just like, tiny buttons and looks more simpler. So yeah, we're at Barium version 3 Poodle Corp, and for some reason there's another bug where the icon doesn't show for some reason. I don't know why. So this Poodle search engine is different from the one that we've seen. This one has hyperlinks, while the other website that we've seen didn't have hyperlinks. Instead of just had the Lucky Me and Unlucky Me buttons. So yeah. And one last thing about Barium is that there is an Easter egg where if you go to the offline page, which all you have to do is just reset the game and go to an old system like Progressbar95 or something. If you go to the offline page, you will see a dino at the top. If you click on it, it will turn to a mini game, which is based on the Chrome Dino game when you're offline. There's a points counter at the top, and there are 3 segments in the mini game. The blue segment gives you 1 point, the light blue segment gives you 2 points, and the red segment kills you. So yeah. And now we're going to be taking a look at the last browser in here, which is Progressilla. Progressilla browser. Get the premium browser. Secure browsing, fast page rendering, download list, history, and tabs. As you can see here, you can get the browser using progress data, which is a currency in the game. And no, you don't have to pay real money just to get progress data. You just get points to get progress data. So it's a completely different thing from product keys, which you do need money for. So as you can see here, it says that it costs 23,680 gigabytes. So yeah, this number depends on what hardware you use. So if they have the latest hardware, then the number will be something like this. So yeah, we're going to be buying Progressilla. Are you going to spend your progress data? Yeah! Here we are, Progressilla, in all caps, apparently. And here we are, Progressilla. As you can see here, there are a lot of changes in this browser. First off, there are tabs. You can get like a lot of tabs in here. Oh, it just stops there. Alright, so the amount of tabs you can get is 10, and there's no way to close the tab. All you have to do is exit the browser and reopen it. So yeah. And by the way, Progressilla has its own homepage instead of using the Poodle homepage from Barium. So yeah, the only difference is that there's the Progressilla icon at the top. And the last thing is that there are two new buttons at the top here. This one is the history page, and this one is the downloads page. For some reason, they don't work. I don't know what's up with that, but I might just have to restart for that. But I assume you already know what these two are about now, so yeah. And the last feature in this browser is that there are two new checkboxes in here for ad block. One of them is for blocking web pop-ups, and one of them is for blocking banners. So you can enable both these or disable both these if you wanted to. So yeah, now we took a look at every single browser in here. Now we're going to be taking a look at what the browsers and pages look like in different systems, like the second era and first eras. So the first system we're going to be taking a look at is Progressbar9. So this is what the browser and the homepage looks like, which is completely different. The Poodle logo is different, and it's in a Times New Roman looking font. And another thing that's changed is that the hyperlink icons are different. Now it shows screenshot previews of the websites, like my homepage, trending link, pbook, hardware store, PDFD forum, and random download is just an icon. So yeah, and of course the icons are different and look more like 3D and glossy looking. Now we're taking a look at the website, which looks like this. Progressilla 2.0.0. You can buy it even though I already did. You already have the latest version. So now we're going to be taking a look at Barium, which looks like this. It's pretty much the same thing. The icons are kind of the same. And it also uses screenshot previews from the Progressilla homepage. And of course, they saw the Poodle logo. And this is what the website looks like. It has different text in here. It says, Barium is a browser that combines an advanced technology and nice clean design, simple to make Progressnet faster and safer. Download for Progressbar/Vista/7. And we have the icon at the top here, which of course is glossy and 3D looking, which is cool. And now we're going to be taking a look at what the Progressnet Navigator looks like in the second era. So as you can see here in the search website, there are a couple changes, which now shows hyperlinks for all three browser websites. In my opinion, I don't see why they're there. I don't think they're necessary, but okay, sure, I guess. But yeah, here's the Progressnet Navigator website. Not a whole lot of changes, just the icon and the background that's slightly changed. And here at the top, of course, we have 3D icon, and we have the icon in here, which is just like a loading icon. So, and lastly, we're gonna be taking a look at the first era. Let's say we're gonna go to Progressbar98 or something. So yeah, this is what the Progressilla icon looks like in the first era, which has more saturated colors and it's 2D. And this is what the homepage looks like, which as you can see here, the icons are gone. It's just links, and that's it. And there's also a badge in the bottom, which is the Progressilla browser. In the bottom, and this is the website, which is Progressilla 1.0, and it says here the copyright Progressilla Organization 1992. So I assume Progressilla Organization was a thing in the Progressbar95 universe in 1992, which is interesting. Another interesting thing in the first era of this website is that instead of just buying the browser with progress data in here, you just download it. That's it. You download it, and then it's downloading, and then you install it, and that's it. Nothing else. It's just download it. And now we're going to be taking a look at the Barium web browser thing. So as you can see here, that's the Poodle logo. It's 3D. So yeah, as you can see here, it's pretty much the same thing. Nothing has changed other than the background. And there's also the badge in the bottom of Poodle Barium. So yeah, and we take a look at the website. The Barium website is under construction. So yeah, Barium in the Progressbar95 universe does not exist in the 90s. And then here's the Poodle website, which is pretty much the same thing. And lastly is that if you click the info button here, there's an interesting text in here that says Progressbar 9X compatible mode. So yeah, and also the icon is still not there for whatever reason. So yeah, that's interesting. And lastly, we're going to be taking a look at Progressnet Navigator, which looks like this. It's not completely different from the second era version of Progressnet, but yeah, here it is. And here's the website. Which, oh my god, there was an animation there. Did you see that? Yeah, there's animations. And also there was a search you animation where it just lights down. So yeah, that's interesting. And yeah, there's the badge in the bottom. So yeah, that's what all the browsers look like in different eras. Hi, this is me from the future. I just wanted to talk about a thing I didn't mention in the video. which is if you download an old version of a web browser, like for example Progressilla version 1.0, and then go to a modern system and then open the browser, there'll be a window that shows up that tells you that the browser is out of date and that you have to update it. And that's it. So yeah, back to the video. Now we're gonna moving on to some other stuff. It's still browser related. So if you go to your home page and scroll to the bottom, you'll get 3 new badges for unlocking all of the browsers. So here's Progressnet Navigator, Barium, and Progressilla, which you've already seen from other websites. So now, we're going to be talking about the PDRD theory for one website. So, if you don't know what PDRD is or what it stands for, first of all, it stands for Progress Data Refinement Department. And secondly, basically, Progress Data Refinement Department has a lot of lore. It had 2 limited time events in this game, one of them from 2022 and one of them from this year in February. So according to this game, PDRD created the Progress Bar systems, but later in newer systems, as according to this game as well, Progress Bar Corporation is a subdivision of Progress Data Refinement Department. So if you want to go check out more about this stuff, you can click these 2 info cards. One of them is the 2022 event, and one of them is the 2024 event. So now we're going to be talking about the website. So as you can see at the top, there's a new topic in the top, which is called browsers. So yeah, there's a lot of comments in here, so I'm going to be reading all of this. So yeah, here we go. Browsers. Curious user says, which browser do you prefer? Hardware guy says, I like Progressilla. It is light, fast, and uses very little RAM. Hardware guy again says, Barium likes to eat RAM alive, but Progressnet browser is buggy. The science user says, the same. I like Progressilla, but also Progresscape. Tinfoil Hat user 95 says, please avoid using Progressnet browser or Barium. They collect your data. All your data. They track you. Don't trust them. Hardware guy yet again says, Barium gives you more cookies. That is for sure. Smiley face. NPC user says, right now I'm using Progresscape. Like it very much. Science user says, Progresscape is faster than Progressnet browser. Occam Razor says, mostly they're the same, but some of them a little bit faster than the other. Funny user says, a browser enters a bar. The address bar. Please laugh, please. Hardware guy once again says, Progressor removes all bad cookies and blocks pop-ups. Very useful. And finally, Science user says, that is great. I have to try it. So yeah, a lot of people like Progressilla. A lot of people like Progresscape. A lot of people don't like Barium. A lot of people don't like Progressnet browser. Oh, by the way, for some reason, Progress browser is called Progressnet browser instead of Progress browser. So yeah, that's all the features and changes in the 1.05 update. A lot of stuff, I know. What I find interesting is that Progressnet Navigator still exists in the Progressbar95 universe. Unlike in real life, where Netscape Navigator got discontinued around 2007, I think, right? Yeah, this update is very good. I like it. I like the layouts of Barium and Progressilla. Barium because it's simple, and Progressilla because of tabs in the history and downloads pages, which for some reason don't work. So yeah, that's the end of the video. So if you like the video, then like it. If you don't like it, then dislike it. If you want to be notified by the latest news and updates about this game, then subscribe. Thanks for watching and listening and doing all that stuff, and now, I gotta go do other things. Farewell and happy Halloween!